All right, we're going to practice doing a full section drawing on this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is, like you should always do, is find my straight edge to reference, tape it down, and then tape it down in your corner so it doesn't move around on you. Now we have to figure out what is this we're dealing with, what are we drawing, what parts should we see, should we not see, etc., that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer lines over like we normally would. What it has done is it's given you a little hint here. So you've been given the left side view to help you construct the right side view. This is a full cut, so we've taken a knife and we've sliced right down the middle of this like we're pretending like it's a cake. We've cut it, but instead of a half, we're doing full. And what do we see? So everywhere that we cut through, that this knife cuts through on the object, is what's going to be hatched. So we need to do a couple of things first. First, I need to transfer these over because I know, looking here, that view, that they represent something. Now, this side over here is going to represent the next part. So I know I'm looking. I have my curved little archy piece here, and have my curved arc piece here, and that comes down to here. Here. This comes up, and I'm going to use this as my point of reference, so it's back 1.5. Okay, this is going to be a solid because that is a hole going all the way through. This piece comes to here. Again, repeating that, redoing that curve there. So I'm looking at this, and from this I can tell that this part here in the middle comes down and swoops in, so it kind of comes down in like a little indentation, and then I have it comes back up, so here's the part of the well, it's like a well sticking up, and then there's a hole going all the way through. So let's start getting in what we do know. So actually I'm going to darken my little arcs first, that way when I come back and do my horizontal lines here in a second, it makes it a lot easier for me. This lines up to my hole that goes all the way through, so it's going to be straight visible line all the way across from here to here, but it stops at the point where that little valley, that little hill pops up. And then draw my missing vertical lines. Okay, the area it's going to be hatched is the only area that has gotten touched, has been cut. If I'm looking at that, that is this area right here, this area here and here, and this area here. So if I come across, I see that, okay, it's this part here, and then it dips down. Okay, that part, and those are connected, and the same thing. So you have to be able to look and visualize a couple of things here. And then what do? Draw your hatch lines. And I'm not going to spend the whole time drawing the whole thing. I'm going to draw just enough so that you kind of have a visual and get an idea for it. And we're using plain old basic hatch that's going to go through. And it's going to continue through, and it's going to come all the way down to here, this part here, and then this part here. Because again, this is where it cuts through. Here's where it cuts through. Here's what it cuts through. Here's what it cuts through. And it shows me this as a hole going all the way through. I can see that from the left view. Then I see that there's like this little curved part here. So I'm using that left side view as my example. So those are my curved parts there. All right, let's go on to the next one. The next one, I believe, is a half.